My name is Raghad Bushnaq, and I was born and raised in Syria. I have a degree in agricultural engineering. I've been living in DC for 30 years, and I am the founder and executive director of Mozaic. It's a non-profit organization that helps mainly women and children, Syrian refugees in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So I'm glad to be here on behalf, I'm glad to talk, to be here on behalf of the Syrian refugees. I'm gonna be focusing today on the mental health issue about the women and children. So I am here to share with you a glimpse of the suffering that they have endured due to the migration from Syria. While generally traveling and traveling is something nice to happen, discovering new places and learning about new cultures is not the case for the people who left, who were forced to leave their homes due to war or crisis. So if we are looking at Syria in 2011, there is 12 million refugees who were displaced, whether domestically or internationally. We received many of them to the States here, maybe about 10,000 last year, not last year, 2016. And then after the ban, we did not receive anybody. So the majority of these displaced Syrians live in an asylum seeker or refugee with low incomes. The migration tragedy can be divided into three components: pre-migration, migration, and post-migration. The horror of the war and its dangers, loss of family members, language barriers, cultural differences, fear of more loss, the fear of not being accepted by host societies, the effect of unemployment, and social status and integration can all cause mental and emotional stress on many different levels. I'm going to be talking about two of our cases, the cases that we helped in Mozaic. One of them is a little girl, and the other one is a woman. She is a married woman. So the first one is Shayma. Shayma is a Syrian girl from Aleppo. She was attacked by a sniper in 2015. This resulted in an instant death of her older brother and immediate loss of her vision in both eyes, in addition to a head injury. She has had 5 surgeries in Turkey until she arrived to the US in September 2018 without her parents. Since then, she had undergone 3 critical surgeries. She celebrated her 10th birthday a few days before her last surgery in February. Shayma has been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, and anxiety. The first form of support that Mozaic provided for Shayma is to have a therapy plan done by the art therapist and psychologist. So we made a social assessment for her. We have in-house psychologists and art therapists. They did the social assessment for her, and they planned a therapy plan for her, and she started to have therapy on a weekly basis. We were able to reunite her with her mother through the help of the State Department. Other services were delivered to Shayma on a daily basis, such as post-surgery home medical care, at-home tutoring, social gatherings with kids her age, financial support, and caring and loving host families who took turns in taking care of her. Actually, one of these host families is here today. And you can say hi, Rabia and Adina. Thank you so much for your help. She is scheduled to see an ocularist for a potential prosthetic eye implant. She plans to join her father in Turkey after that. Since then, Mozaic has applied for her admission into a blind educational program in Istanbul, Turkey. and she has been accepted to start her educational journey there. Unfortunately, Shaima will never be able to see again. Actually, she is in New York now. She's receiving her medical treatment in New York. In contrast, Ala is a 29-year-old wife and mother of 4 who fled with her family from Dar'a to Jordan, which is very close to Jordan, so she fled to Jordan with her family. After a barrel bomb that targeted their hometown, one of her brothers lost his both legs. Also, 2 of her brothers and uncle passed away. She and her family arrived to Baltimore, Maryland in early 2017. Of course, through the United Nations program, the refugee program. She delivered her 5th child in early 2018. Ala has been hospitalized twice after attempting suicide. She spent over 3 weeks in the mental hospital during both of her admissions there. She was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, which is type of bipolar. Before the trauma, she was functioning well and living with normal behavior. Social services released the custody of her 5 kids after Mosaic's efforts in finding them a host family among Syrian refugees. The host family helped her husband in taking care of the 5 kids, and the mother of that family nursed Ala's baby. We were able to move the family to a better neighborhood and provide them with furniture and full financial support, which keep Ala's husband around to take care of her. So he stopped working. We asked him to stop working so he can be around and try to give her her medicine on time, because she wasn't able to do that, even to take her medicine on time. Daily catering was also delivered to them until she was able to get stably back on her feet. We also managed to provide Ala with birth control, and that was something very important. She was very resistant to receive that, but we managed to do that, thank God. She told me, I love kids and I would love to have a child every 9 months. And I told her, this is impossible. Mosaic helped her and her husband to enroll the kids in programs that will keep them busy, safe, and educated. Religious and spiritual support has helped Ada in convincing her to take her medicine on time, on consistent basis, because she was not convinced that she's sick. And the only thing that helped convincing her is to get her a sheikh, a religious man, talk to her that you have to take your medicine, you have to save your life. Mosaic has also provided Ala with psychological support through scheduled and emergency doctor's appointment. It is very difficult nowadays to have an appointment with a psychiatrist or psychologist. The waiting line is very long. So since we have in-house psychologists, that helped a lot. Mosaic has also aided her in organizing social gatherings to support her emotionally, considering the urgent needs her mental situation requires. Today, Ala has regained her strength. She takes care of her 5 kids with the help of her husband and 2 neighbors who speak her language. She is attending English classes, and she is ready to take her driver's license test. Women are one half of the society, and they raise the other half of it. If the woman is not mentally healthy, she will not be able to do her important role in life. This will affect today's society and the future generation in the most destructive way. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of cases similar to Shaima's and Ala's who could not find anyone around them to help. For those women and girls in crisis, mental and emotional awareness is an obligatory service which civil societies and organizations must provide. If we don't stand for them, then who?
Thank you so much.
So I will like